Yo, 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 what's, oh my God, I didn't even do the green screen. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. How unprofessional, unbelievable. Okay, we're good, we're good. Welcome in, this is the DFS Strategy show. We're gonna cover basically the marquee tee times, the sweet spot ranks, and get into lineup building. We're gonna finish the sweet spot process and do some lineup builds. So if you're coming in, give me 2 to 4 golfers that you'd like me to build lineups around, and I can do just that for you at the end of this video. And then if you guys want, we can talk about rainmakers. So welcome in AJ Love Music, Joshua Maz. Let's get this thing started. Before we do the strategy, just some reminders, some giveaway reminders. We got a monthly and a weekly giveaway. If you want to participate, or I should say, if you want a chance to win some money, all you gotta do is be subscribed and participate on the channel. This is like Wizard of Oz. All you gotta do here is be subscribed and participate on the channel. So leave a comment. Those people that are in the chat right now, like Joshua, Maz, and AJ Love Music, you guys already get entries into the giveaway since you are participating on the channel. If you want additional entries, go to any of the videos that I posted today. I think I have, what, a total of 6 out there. So you can get 6 additional entries into not only the monthly giveaway you see on the screen, but also the weekly giveaway that I do every Monday night. I give away $5. Shot Like Harden won it this last Monday. Every entry that goes into the weekly giveaway goes into the monthly giveaway as well. So I run the monthly giveaway the first Monday of the next month. So if you want a chance to win $50, be subscribed and comment down below. Another giveaway that I do is a Prize Picks giveaway, but this is more like a rebate. If you sign up on Prize Picks using the promo code SweetSpot and put at least $20 in your account, I'm going to give you $20 back. But Prize Picks will match your deposit up to $100, so you can put $100 in. They'll give you an additional $100, so you got $200 to your account, and then you're gonna get $20 back from me. So it really only costs you $80 to do it that way, or if you want to play it for free, just put $20 in your account, and you'll get $20 back from me. There's a link in the description that I'll send you to the Prize Picks homepage. Once you click sign up, the Prize Picks promo code will already populate for you. Super simple. So that's available to you. Again, check the description. There's a link there. There's also a link there for the cheat sheet. Let me go ahead and throw that on there. So if you want access to this cheat sheet, I talk about it in the preview video. I'm going to talk about it here in the strategy video. If you want access to it, click that link down below. You can use the filters that are currently on here. So if I show you, there's a DraftKings filter on the Dream Sheet. On the bucket system, there is a bucket system filter. Use these as I go throughout the video. You can follow along with me. If you want, you can make a copy of this by going to the file menu and making a copy. That way you can manipulate the data however you want. You can also record the data however you'd like. So that's available to you. Again, check the link down below. I also have an optimizer that I've already sent out to a few people. If anyone else wants access to this optimizer, just reach out to me at SweetSpotDFS@gmail.com. The optimizer looks like this, and I'll be using this a little bit later in the video to create lineups for anyone that's interested. So this utilizes the bucket system in here. We'll also be talking about the marquee tee times, which you can find right here. I'll explain that once we get there, but the whole sweet spot process is on this optimizer. So it's available to each and every one of you. All you got to do is reach out to me right there, SweetSpotDFS@gmail.com, and I will send it to you. Of course, you got to be subscribed. Again, I reward those that are subscribed to the channel and that participate. So let me know if you'd like access to this. I think I've already sent it out to like 5 people. So anyone else that wants access, let me know and I'll send it to you. How about this? Let's go ahead and get in this thing. Enough delay. We're going to start with the sweet spot ranks. Now, I do have this sorted. Again, if you want to follow along with me on the cheat sheet, again, link in the description. I have this currently sorted by salaries, top to bottom. What I like to go to is the $8,000 range, or just where the 8,000, min 8,000, or flat 8,000, I should say. And you see Justin Rose is there. Line 29. If you were with me in the preview, or if you've consumed any other content, salaries this week are a little bit different. So we have way more 8,000 above golfers. I shouldn't say way more. We have 5 more than usual, but we also have more 10K golfers. And then we also have 5K golfers, which Joshua Maz included in the chat. No 5K guys. I don't know about that. We'll see. I'm sure we can build some that have 5K guys in there. But here's the 8,000 mark. Now, I usually point this out because anybody who's less than $8,000 that finds their way on this screen, basically it's going to be on the screen, but anywhere above row 29, we're going to count that as a value. And of course, we're going to pay attention to all of these other salaries that, you know, mix and match. You know, maybe we'll see some 7K golfers up here and some 10K golfers or 9K golfers down here. So what if you want to follow along with me, go ahead and sort top to bottom. And then that's how our rankings look. Now, these rankings are created by the metrics that I use over here. I'm looking at OWGR. We're looking at bent grass as well as POA. That's grass 1, grass 2. And you can see this on the cheat sheet. If you go to the course fit portion of it, grass 1 is shown first. Oh, it says bent for me. But this is POA. On the cheat sheet, you're going to see it. It has POA there. I made the updates there. I just forgot to do it on my sheet. So there's your bent grass, there's your POA, that's grass 1, grass 2, and then you can see what the other stats that I'm using. We're using tournament history, the Open Championship tournament history. I'm using season-long bogey avoidance, birdie or better driving distance. This is all from the PGA Tour. Then I'm looking at recent form stats. This goes back the last 7 weeks. I don't care about rounds. I'm just looking at the last 2 months, basically. And we're using DraftKings, their average DraftKings points, their average finishing position, and then round by round scoring. It's all created into a metric here that you can see. 50 is the top, the highest number you can get in any of these stats for recent form. So obviously you can see Rory McIlroy has 50 points for both DK average as well as recent form. Scotty's up here with recent form because he's obviously been doing pretty well over his last 7 events, or last 7 weeks, I should say. And then I'm looking at season-long DraftKings points, scoring average around under 70, cut made percentage, and DK top 10. This all goes up to 100. And then if anyone's out, I give them a -1,000. That way we don't use them. That goes into these metrics, and you can, as you can see, the higher the number is here, the better the rank is over here. So that is what goes in. And again, you can follow along with me on the cheat sheet. You can see the exact same metrics that I am showing you on the screen right now. Again, click that link in the description. That way you can follow along with me if you don't want to follow along with me here. Chris Snar, how's it going, man? I touted you, I think in the review videos. Congratulations on your $100 Barbasol little profit on at the, what was it, the short game, the $1 short game. Pretty good, man. So now that we look at the rankings, we see Patrick Cantlay kind of creeps up to number 4 in my rankings. He's ahead of Xander, Victor Hovland, and Cam Smith. Cam Smith is on Live Golf. My stats aren't super friendly to Live golfers, so keep that in mind. If you want to give him a little bit of a boost, you certainly can. But it looks like pretty much a lot of these golfers are where they should be. Now, Tony Finau, I know a lot of people are like, wow, that's a huge misprice, you know, throughout the industry. And maybe so. I'm not sure. But $8,200 seems like a good value. $7,900 with Adam Scott seems to be a good value. And then we also have Joaquin Niemann. So yeah, the model's not friendly to Live golfers, but if they've played well in the, you know, the last 2 major championships, they're going to show up here. And especially if they even have good tournament history, they're also going to show up here as well. So that's really interesting. I know Denny McCarthy's getting a lot of love around the industry, whereas Sahith Theegala isn't getting any love at all. If anything, he's kind of like, people are saying pump the brakes because accuracy here matters. What a wonderful time to jump on Sahith Theegala. And then Jason Day and Brian Harmon, and even Keegan Bradley down there, they all seem to be pretty decent values. And even Justin Rose moves up a little bit. He was our $8,000 mark at row 29. And there we go. We have our value plays. Now, I only mention that just to mention it. The optimizer is going to probably select a lot of these golfers more often than not, because this metric over here goes into the metric you see right there. So it looks like a 1-for-1. Although this isn't sorted by metric, this is sorted by salary, but you can see that right here. Those metric, or the metric there goes into the optimizer, and that's how the optimizer chooses golfers, is based off of that. So if you have the optimizer, you can modify this however you like. If you think Bryson should get a 100-point bonus, go ahead and add 100 points to his total. I don't mind doing that right now. So we'll give him a 100-point bonus. And you can look at some of the other golfers. If you have some discrepancies with how I've ranked golfers, go ahead and make the updates right here. I mean, like, I'm already going to kind of boost up Sam Burns for myself. I'm going to give him a 50-point bonus. So basically, we do that, and perfect. Like, maybe I just give Bryson, like, let's give him, like, 991. So, again, if you want the optimizer, let me know. I'll send it your way. How's it going, Barry? 5K player going to take down a GPP this week? I don't know. That'll be really interesting. I was looking. I even mentioned this in the preview video. I didn't see a lot of low 6K golfers that, you know, because obviously we had low 6K golfers throughout each of the Open Championships. I didn't really see any of them inside the top 10 or even in the top 20. So we shall see. We shall see. Okay, so we went over the sweet spot ranks. Now I go over that to let you know that those metrics, or the rankings, go into my group ranks, and these give us our marquee tee times. So again, if you follow along with me on the cheat sheet, just go ahead and sort A to Z on the group rank. And what I'm going to do for you guys watching, I'm going to highlight, excuse me, every three golfers, because these are the marquee tee times. Now I look at the top 9 groups, the top 9 tee times. And basically what I have found since the 2021 PGA Championship, the one that Phil won at Kiowa Island, we want 2 to 4 golfers from these marquee tee times in our lineups, and we don't want them playing together at all. So the rule is find 2 to 4 groups that you see highlighted right here, and then only pick 1 golfer from those groups each. So you're going to have somewhere between 2 to 4 golfers, like I said before, but they're not going to be paired up together. So if you want Rory in your lineup, don't pair him up with Justin Rose. And the reason being is in 90% of optimal lineups dating back the last 2 years, we don't see guys, in 90% of those, we don't see them paired up together. And we also see 2 to 4 from the marquee tee times in or producing optimal lineup golfers. So that is what we're going to follow. And if you want to see that, like an example of that, how I would use in the optimizer, I go down here and you can see these are your marquee tee times. We don't want more than 1 golfer in each of these groups, as you can see there. And we want somewhere between 2 to 4. Simple, right? So that is how we'll be building lineups. Again, it's like a 90% success rate. So why wouldn't we just use the numbers to our advantage? So that is what we'll be doing here, building lineups a little bit later. These are your marquee tee times. I kind of love it. Like, I was hoping we were going to get some answers as to lineup building. I didn't want to speculate too much during the preview video because, you know, I think a lot of people love Rory this week, right? For a good reason. He obviously won the Scottish the week or last week. Looks like he's in good form. But if you wanted to make an ultimate pivot, there's Jon Rahm in the same group. I got no issue if you wanted to start Rahm. Maybe this is a reason why you go to Rahm. I wanted to see what happened with Scheffler, but you know what stinks? I really like Adam Scott and I really like Tommy Fleetwood. I will not be pairing up Scotty Scheffler with these 2 guys. I just won't be. You know what was funny? We did this last week during both the Barbasol Championship as well as the Genesis Scottish Open, and we were kind of trying to make concessions like, you know what? Let's not follow the marquee tee times. Let's not do that. Let's make some exceptions. And guess what? The marquee tee times, 100% correct for both the Scottish Open as well as the Barbasol. You needed 2 guys from each of those, each of the marquee tee times for the Barbasol and the Genesis, and they didn't play together. Although I will say this, there was a GPP, the Quarter Arcade, had 2 guys that were in the same lineup or in the same marquee tee time. So it can happen. You can win a GPP that way, but there was a huge point discrepancy or point difference between the optimal and the GPP winning or GPP winner, where if you followed the sweet spot process, like you still wax the GPP winning lineup. So I'm following this blindly. I don't, it's not so much blindly. I just have the utmost trust in the marquee tee times. So for you guys and girls in the, or guys and ladies, I'm sorry, that are in the chat, if you want me to build lineups for you a little bit later, keep this in mind. Find your 2 golfers right here, 2, 3, 4 golfers that you want me to build lineups around, and I will do so looking at these golfers. Of course, if I do find a golfer that is paired up, I will remind you, this doesn't follow the sweet spot process. Do you want to continue? And if you do, that's fine. We can make exceptions. We can make exceptions. But if we're following the sweet spot process, we don't. So anyways, I guess some notables in my mind. Scotty and Rory were the 2 guys that I had my eyes on from the very beginning. I think one of these guys will finish top 5. And that, even if they're not in the optimal lineup, I am okay building my lineups around these guys. I would imagine the 2 of them, I'll put in about 80% of my lineups. And I don't think I'll be pairing them up together. I know some people are trying to get fancy with the 5K golfers and pair up Rory and Scheffler. I don't think that's what I'll be doing. I'm either playing Rory or I'm either playing Scheffler. It's one of the 2. And then I will mix and match from there on. Probably using a 10K golfer in 95% of my lineups. So a lot of these 10K golfers that are here, like Brooks, Victor, Shoffley, Smith, I'm probably only playing 1 lineup with them in it because I'm not going very heavy this week. The Open Championship, there's a little bit of volatility, kind of like there was at the Genesis Scottish Open. I'd rather not invest a lot of money into it. So I think we'll keep the lineups limited, but Rory and Scotty are my 2 main dudes, and I'm sure they're going to be the 2 main guys for most people. Can I have a sneaky suspicion Xander's going to do well too? So we'll see. Currently, my dummy lineup has Xander Schauffele in it. Okay, so these are the marquee tee times. Just a reminder, find 2 to 4 golfers from here. Do not pair them up in the same lineup, and we can build lineups a little bit later on in the video. Let's go ahead and take a look at some anchor buckets. So if you wanted to follow along with me on the cheat sheet, you can also do that here. We're gonna go ahead and put a filter on this. Make sure there are no active filters. So we'll select everything. And then basically what I'm gonna do is go to the max projection, go to filter by condition, and we're gonna go greater than or equal to 1. Sorry, 2. Greater than or equal to 2. So that limits the amount of buckets we're going to be looking at. But then what I want to do is look at this year's totals. And I really just want to select all that are under 30, which actually we kind of have a few more than usual. Interesting. Okay. No. We'll do 30 and below. That's fine. Look at that. Here's the interesting thing. You see all the green that's on there? I'm sure most of you guys already know when it comes to the preview or like the preview, the DFS preview video that I do. 1s and 2s are your best like the best stats within each of these, like the best buckets in each of these stats. So last year finishing positions, we want golfers who top 20 last year. We also want golfers who top 20 last week. So that kind of like rings Rory's name, right? Course history 2s having really good course history. Recent form 1s having really good recent form, as well as the second recent form bucket. We won't look at salary buckets. We don't need to do that. So actually, I'm not going to remove them. And then strokes gained 1. This is a big bucket to choose from. These are your best golfers. I mean, 50% of our strength of field is going towards this bucket. So let's go through this really quick. We don't have to spend too much time looking at each of these buckets. Again, you can follow along with me on the cheat sheet. I'm going to sort salaries top to bottom first, and then look at our last year 1s. So the projection was 1 to 3. I think that's fine. I mean, hey, do you want to start with Rory, Xander, even Patrick Cantlay? I know there's some Hatton love this week. Tommy Fleetwood's here, Dustin Johnson. We can play 1 to 3 golfers from this bucket. So if there are some names you want to keep in the back of your head, let me know a little bit later and we can build lineups with these guys. I love this bucket. You know, like I don't have an issue going back to Adam Scott. DJ seems like an interesting choice. I actually really like Cam Young. I like Cam Young and Xander. If I'm being contrarian, and obviously, you know, I don't necessarily care. I mean, I don't care about ownership. I just care about creating lineups that follow the bucket system, follow the sweet spot process. So we have Xander at 10-1, Cam Young at 9,000. How many lineups are starting this way? Probably not a lot. But I also really like Rory McIlroy. I have no issue playing Victor Hovland. Probably going to stay away from Spieth and Smith. But now that I say that, I'll have a FOMO lineup that has one or both of them in it. And then I don't really care about these $7,300 and less golfers. So we'll probably just ignore them for the time being. But a great bucket to choose from nonetheless. The next bucket we're going to look at are last week ones. 1 to 3 is our projection here as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at those golfers. Oh yeah, by the way, before I get into this further, just a reminder, 1 to 3 is a projection of how many golfers from this bucket will finish inside the top 10. It doesn't necessarily mean you want to select 1 to 3 golfers in your lineup. Probably one. You know, that's probably the easy thing, because I don't think there's a golfer here that costs too much to put in your lineup. But if Rory, Cam Smith, and Xander Schauffele finish inside the top 10, you can't play all 3 of them together. So although the 3 golfers will be in the top 10, you can't pair them all up together. So you have to either choose 1, maybe 2, or I should say this, choose 2, or maybe just choose 1. But if you have a good idea like Rory McIlroy and Tyrrell Hatton are going to play well, all the better. Same goes like with an Adam Scott. Maybe you can, you know, choose 3 golfers here. That's definitely doable. So just remember that as we go through this. Again, we're going to last week ones. These are golfers who top 20 the Genesis Scottish Open, which includes Scotty Scheffler, and there's Rory McIlroy once again. Oh yeah, there's Tyrrell Hatton. So the projection's 1 to 3. I don't know how I feel about pairing up Rory and Tyrrell Hatton together. Mostly because they are in the same last week bucket. So that's a combo bucket, I would call, you know, where you include last year ones with last week ones. I kind of went over this throughout the preview video. I did not see a lot of years where a last year one was paired up with a last week one. Now, I can't show you what each of those golfers are without going through this, you know, spending a lot of time trying to cover every single year. But we barely saw 1 in the top 10, let alone 2. So I don't know. We could play the numbers. These are 2 extraordinary golfers that I think are fine to select from. You also even have Tommy Fleetwood there at $9,300. But just to give you a kind of what I'm talking, like just to let you know what I'm talking about. Basically, we're looking at this column here. This was their last year result. So I'm looking at 2022. So here's their last year result. We want to find these guys that have, you know, top 20 finishes. And then we want to look at the week before. And both of these tournaments are considered the week before. So how many like green and green do you see? I just see Jordan Spieth. That's the only one that I see. We do have kind of some mix and matches, but the other thing to go with this is I don't know how many golfers we actually had that had a top 20 last year with a top 20 last week. I mean, we don't even really have many examples to look at. Again, I did this throughout the preview, so I'm not going to go year by year. I think maybe we had a handful, if that, examples, and I think Jordan Spieth was the only top 10 finisher. But I don't think anyone was to the caliber of Rory as well as Tyrrell Hatton except for Spieth. So, you know, do with all that information as you will. You know, if you have a superstition that goes with that, I understand. Like, we had Kuchar here. He's not to the level of Tyrrell Hatton or Rory McIlroy as I go down. Yeah, I don't see anyone else. So this is a really odd week. It's a really weird week when it comes to those combinations. And I don't know how to really process it. I guess we had Zach Johnson here, $7,200. He finished 17th. So one of them, you know, lurks around the top 10 every single year. So maybe that is something to consider. As I scroll down, do we see anything else? No, we don't. And I told you I wasn't going to go year by year, but now I'm kind of committed. Here we go. Zach Johnson once again. So kind of the same person, like the same, I don't even know what you want to call it, but ZJ obviously doing well at last week events. Let's see here. Looks like we have another one with Andrew Beef Johnston. Soren Kjeldsen. Obviously, these are not the same caliber as the guys we're talking about. Steve Stricker. So anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find like a really prominent name that did that, and it just wants like it makes us want to pump our brakes, but I'm not seeing it. Phil would have most likely been a 9K or 10K golfer there, and he had a top 20, top 20. Here we have Patrick Reed here. I don't know what price tag he would have been. So actually, you know what? Maybe we can. This is the best year that I've seen so far. All right. I'm done looking at that. I think this is fine. So yeah, I guess if we want to pair up like Rory and Tyrrell, or Tyrrell and Tommy, or Rory and Tommy, I think that's fine. I will say this. I will not be building a lineup that has Rory and then one of Tyrrell Hatton or Tommy Fleetwood and then also Brian Harman. I will not be pairing that many combinations of 1-1s together. I just won't be. 2 is the max that I'll be doing. So I think we make our stands, but then there are some other good names that are here for last week ones. Again, the projection is 1 to 3. If you're not sure which golfers to choose from, that's fine. We got an optimizer that can help us with all of that. So we'll use that here at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and get into the next anchor bucket, I should say. We're going to go into course history 2s. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of the same names. And it's just kind of like singing out to us the golfers we want to play. Like Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele. We do not see Tyrrell or Tommy, which is really interesting. And we don't see Brian Harman. So Rory so far has been in 3 anchor buckets. Now, once again, anchor buckets don't mean they're a for certain, like a slam dunk lock play. It just increases their chances of finishing inside the top 10. So super interesting. We have John Rahm up here, Brooks Koepka, Patrick Cantlay once again, Dustin Johnson. Some interesting names. Course history 2s. These are pretty good course history golfers. So we want somewhere between, I think, 1 to 3. Is that what it was? Yes, 1 to 3 here as well. And then we're going to get into recent form 1s. So that's also 1 to 3. When we look here, guess what? Rory Scheffler. That's what I was just going to call him. Rory McIlroy is there once again with Scotty Scheffler. Tyrrell Hatton is up there as well. We do not see Tommy Fleetwood, despite having a second place finish at the Canadian Open. Interesting. Okay. Wyndham Clark is up there. Bryson is up there. DJ once again. Some interesting names to choose golfers from. So this one is 1 to 3 as well. We actually have less golfers in this bucket than we have in the previous ones, only 13. So 1 to 3. I mean, if we're looking at this, could we make the argument that, yeah, it's a Rory Tyrrell week because they're in all of the same anchor buckets? Maybe not the course history 2 bucket that Rory was in, but really interesting. Super interesting. The next bucket to look at are recent form 2s. This one is a 1 to 4. We want somewhere between 1 to 4 golfers in this bucket. And this one starts with John Rahm, then it's Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay. There we go with Tommy Fleetwood. He shows up once again. So, man, you can make the arguments with Fleetwood and Tyrrell Hatton, just like we can with Rory McIlroy. It's super interesting. I'm gonna keep saying that, super interesting, because it is. I mean, like, where do we start with lineup builds? I'm not too positive, or not too sure. Remember, this is a 1 to 4, so we see some new names. Like, I don't mind, you know, if we were to include 1 to 4, huh? What if it's Tommy? What if we were supposed to put Tommy Fleetwood and Rory McIlroy together? So we grab one from each bucket. That would actually satisfy both of the buckets, but then we could also include like any of these guys down here. See, was there a Matthew Jordan, or there's a Matthew Southgate? Okay, I don't see Matthew Southgate here, but I'll get to chat here shortly. I'm almost done. This is actually a really interesting bucket, because if you didn't want to go John Rahm and you were going to go Rory, like Sam Burns is here, I wouldn't mind playing him. We could also even include Shane Lowry Or like I said, Tommy Fleetwood. So Tommy Fleetwood, Sam Burns with Rory, maybe like a start that way. Include a 6, maybe 2 6K golfers, maybe a 5K golfer. And I know Joanne in chat was saying that lineup building was going to be tough this week. I kind of agree, but it's actually like you have the opportunity to be really creative with lineup builds. So I'm very curious. Like I can't wait to start lineup building here shortly. And then what are we looking at? We're not looking at any of the salary buckets. We're going to go right into the strokes gain buckets. So I'm actually going to make sure there are no current filters on here. So I'm going to select everybody. And then I'm going to sort. Let's sort salary top to bottom. And then... Okay. I was like, where are the other 2 golfers? All right, there we go. And we're going to sort A to Z on strokes gain buckets. These are all of our strokes gain 1 golfers. And this is a 2 to 5. We're thinking like 2 to 5 golfers will be in the optimal lineup from this bucket. It almost like rings like Rory McIlroy. He's been in every single Inker bucket. Every single one. Of course, then we also have John Rahm, Brooks Koepka. They're all capable. So too is Xander. So there is probably, to make the argument, you want to start here. But let's say you want to start with like Scotty Scheffler, who is in the strokes gain bucket 3. That's where you could pair up. Actually, we can't do Scotty with one of them, right? What group was Scotty in? 4? Scotty's in group 2. So we can't pair up Scotty with Fleetwood, but we could with Tyrrell Hatton. So if you wanted to select 2 golfers, maybe you start with Tyrrell Hatton here. Hey man, I also don't mind going to like Wyndham Clark. So we could go like Scotty, Hatton, Clark starts, and they satisfy a lot of the buckets we've already looked at. So that's an option. I also don't mind like Finau or Tom Kim. Tom Kim was kind of he showed up in the optimizer a lot last week for the Genesis Scottish Open, and I kind of was like, I don't know. I limited my exposures, but guy was solid. So I got no issues with that. So anyways, those are our anchor buckets. We got to figure out which golfers we want to anchor our lineups around, and this is where it's going to come in with you guys. If you want to see some lineups built, let me know, because that is where we are right now. We are going to get into lineup building. We are done with the strategy portion. Blew through it. Usually it takes about an hour to get through all of the strategy components, but you know, I think most of you already know how the process works, and we don't need to really explain too much. So let me catch up with chat first. I did see Shalik Harden come in here. Barry, if I didn't say hi, hello. Joanne, hello as well. Southgate going to win the slate. Good. Denny Barry, hello to you as well. Has any optimal ever had 5K? Says AJ. I believe so. I think I'd have to pull up the Masters tournament. I don't have like a universal database right now that I could just quickly pull it up. We're just looking at the Open, so I only have data for the Open up right now. But I imagine there probably was. Barry goes, shh, Joanne, don't tell everyone. AJ goes, I'm going to go Fleetwood, Hatton, Lowry. That's definitely doable. Shot Harden goes, Barry, Joanne, Stenson, Southgate, Jordan Smith, Bobby McIntyre, which is y'all favorite? Smith, then Mac, says Joanne. Jordan Smith, and then, okay, then Bobby Mac. Charlie Aaron goes, I'm with you on that, Joanne. Then Mac, because I think Mac might get a ton of ownership. Smith will be half the amount of Mac. What's up, Eric and the Sweet Spot crew? What's going on, Ian? How are you? So AJ, do you want me to start building lineups with who you said up top with Fleetwood, Hatton, Lowry, or do you just want to start Fleetwood, Hatton, or Fleetwood, Hatton? I like to combine names apparently today. Let me know. Go ahead and throw that optimizer up here. So I think the lineup you see on here is without any other constraints other than the bucket system. This would be the most optimal lineup right here. Starts with Xander, Patrick Cantlay, Finau, Neiman, McCarthy, and Byung-Hun An. Okay, so AJ is going to get the first lineup builds. I'm gonna do like 5 lineup builds, and then I will move on to the next one. So go ahead, throw them in there. Let's create a queue. Can I actually oh my god. I'm trying to pin your message, but then I got like all these emojis here. I don't, why would they put that there? It's such a bad feature. All right, whatever. I will pin it when I can. So we are gonna go Hatton, Fleetwood, and Lowry. So we are just gonna ramp up the 9K golfers. So we'll build 5. It broke. You broke it. Let's see here. So one of the buckets that says we need at least one of is the 10K range. I'll go ahead and make a 0 out of that because obviously we can't put 3 9K golfers with the 10K golfer. We'll rerun it. It shouldn't break this time. That's a really solid lineup right there. Hatton, Fleetwood, Lowry, Finau, Neiman, Putnam. I really like Putnam this week, by the way. Oh, shot like Harden. I hate hearing that because I had such good luck. I got a Rory McIlroy, a Tom Kim, 2 Taylor Montgomerys, and Bo Hosler, which was whatever. But yeah, I got a Rory out of mine because I did the 10 card craft and burn. I will also, by the way, at the end of this video, actually, how about this? Timeout. I gotta check this first. I have to look at this first. I gotta make sure there are enough crafts because I have a rare token as well as an elite token. No, I missed it. Dude, I was gonna do one of these Hoylake ones. I totally spaced it out. That is such a bummer. That is such a bummer. Oh. I was wondering if they would sell out as fast as they did. And they sure enough did. Did anyone try this out? Did anyone have any success with them? So we still have like 100 left you can do here. Legendaries. Oh boy. Man, I wish I would have. $100. Yeah, we're not doing that. Bummer. Oh, dude, I hate that. I was so looking forward to this. I went to the, so one of the reasons that I didn't get around to this, I've got a couple golf tournaments coming up this weekend and I wanted to go practice right after work. So I basically worked all the way up until like 5:30. And I knew they dropped at 4 p.m. I knew they dropped at 4 p.m. And I was so busy between 3 to 5:30 that I didn't even think twice about it. And I'm like, you know what? This is my chance to get out to the golf course. I'm going to go practice a little bit, get putting down, you know, I needed to putt more. So that's a bummer, dude. I was kind of looking forward to like opening up a pack, doing a craft session. I think I still will. Because I still have an elite one, so we'll do an elite craft session. So we'll see how it goes. So you'll get $50 too for pulling a Rory. Well, I thought that was from the booster pack. Are you talking about like the promo thing? I also did 2 Hoylake ones, got Denny and Woodland. Did you do the rare one? So you got a rare Denny. Damn, dude. All right. Sorry about that, AJ. Let's go ahead and continue building lineups. That one's okay. Justin Rose with Brendan Todd. Joaquin Neiman showing up a lot. Do you want to continue with Joaquin Neiman, AJ, or do you want me to remove Joaquin Neiman? Actually, how about this? Let's just remove him. We're building 5 lineups. We saw him in 3 already. So go ahead and move that. Ian goes, I pulled a Matsuyama and Dietrich. Damn. I only won on Rainmakers last week. That's fine. Hey, 1 win is... Think of it this way. So you're investing in these cards. You can sell these cards at any time. It's a whole different dynamic than, you know, DFS when it comes to DraftKings. So, you know, you put 20 bucks in and get, you know, 5 rares or something like that. You throw those rares into a contest and say you win $20. You just won all your money back that you invested, and then you can go sell those cards for extra money, or you can continue playing them. Like, it's the ultimate. You haven't lost your money just yet. So it's pretty decent. Yeah, it shot like hard. I think it's only for booster packs. So anyways, this one's pretty decent. Justin Rose, Patrick Reed, Emiliano Grillo. Do you want me to remove Justin Rose from your lineups, AJ? This is technically number 5, but I'll wait to see what you have to say. Ooh, here's a solid lineup. Sahith Theegala, Russell Henley, Denny McCarthy. I like this one. This one is really solid. I also pulled Russell Henley. So I spent $20 in the secondary market, and then I opened the booster packs. I got just a core Russell Henley. Yeah, this one's a solid one. I'll run one more. We'll see if Justin Rose shows up in this one. Oh, I'm waiting for it to run. It already did. Siwoo Kim. It's not terrible. All right. Anyone else? So we have Jay Smith and Connors from Joanne. AJ, if you want Fleetwood Hatton, let me know. Put it in the chat right now. And then that can be afterwards, since this already has Fleetwood Hatton and Lowry. I'm going to go ahead and pin this one. I'm going to come back down here and make sure we choose one 10K. And then we'll do Connors and Jordan Smith. Jordan L. Smith. Who got you on Corey Connors and Jordan Smith, Joanne? Just feelings, gut plays. Also, by the way, if you don't like some of these guys, let me know. But this is solid. Xander, Cantlay, Finau, Connors, McCarthy, Jordan L. Smith. This one's solid. I like this one a lot. I'm going to save this one. I won't tell you what contest I'm going to put it in, but it won't be the Millie Maker. It won't be the Drive the Green. So you can certainly go and put it there if you want, Joanne, if you like that one. But out of these golfers that are here, which ones would you, or which one do you want me to remove? Ian, I see your lineups. Cam Smith and Fleetwood, you got it. How about this? I'm gonna remove Cantlay and just see what it does. And if it chooses Xander a couple more times, I'll X out of Xander. Okay. So basically what we've seen before. So we sub out Cantlay for Tyrrell, and then we sub out Denny for Joaquin Niemann. It's pretty solid. I don't mind that. Joanne, the only issue with just run it is Jordan L. Smith is my lowest metric person. So my optimizer wants to kick him out, but since we have him locked in, it won't kick anyone else out. So we'll just continue to get the same lineup over and over again. We have to manually lock someone out. So I'm actually going to go ahead and lock out Joaquin Niemann. We just include Denny McCarthy. Okay, so let's remove Xander and bring back Cantlay and see if we choose a different 10K golfer. Hovland Cantlay, of course. But we do introduce Adam Scott. This is also a good one. I don't mind doing something like this. This is like a pivot to the last lineup we just built. So we do that. And I think, man, let's see what happens if we remove Denny from the list. Joanne, you can override me anytime. If you want someone else kicked out, let me know. Keegan Bradley? Well, if you needed a way to get to Keegan, here you go. Here's one way to get to Keegan Bradley. I, just like everyone else in the industry, kind of am like, I don't think so. But if you want to be different, there you go. That's one way to be different. Okay, look at that. 2 Aussies. You know what? Aussies do pretty well at the Open, right? Do we have any faith in Jason Day or even Adam Scott? Victor Hovland. I don't mind Victor, but we're going to go ahead and kick him out. There we go. I wanted to see something different, and we got it. Smith, Cantley, Finau, Connors, Smith, and Grillo. I'm going to remove Finau. We'll run 2 more, and then we'll move on to the next one. I think Ian had one. Okay, so Rom, Ricky, Scott, Connors, Smith, Grillo. I don't mind that. And I kind of like Grillo at $6,600. What was it? 2 weeks ago, the John Deere, I was all in on Grillo at $9,100 or $9,200. He's now 66. Yeah, I you know what? I'm gonna save this one. I don't know how many John Rahm, Ricky Fowler lineups I'm going to be building, but I don't mind this one bit. So we'll save that one. And I think that's it. So we'll move on to Ian's. If you have more lineup considerations, like 2 to 4 golfers, let me know. Even if it's the same combo I just did, we can build more lineups, but I just want to kind of get through a lot of these requests. So if you want to see those golfers again, Joanne, let me know. Cam Smith and Fleetwood. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cam Smith, Fleetwood, Finau, Thigala, McCarthy, and Byung-Hun An. I like that one. Did we already save Benny Ann lineup? I don't remember. We did not, but Denny is showing up a ton. There's 1 Denny, 2 Denny, 3 Dennys. That's probably too many Dennys. Run another one. Okay, that's not terrible. We already kind of saw this. Finau is going to probably be paired up with Connors and Neiman quite a bit. I don't mind it. Let's see if Neiman shows up again. Do you want Neiman out? By the way, anyone that I'm building these lineups for, if you know you want golfers out, let me know and I'll kick them out. Cam Smith, Cantley, Fleetwood, Woodland, Grillo, Taylor Moore. That's a solid lineup. That is so different. Wow. That can be my Cam Smith, Cantley lineup. Neiman out. Okay. If he shows up again, we'll kick him out. AJ goes, it doesn't seem to ever pick Rory. I imagine because it's trying to build the most optimal lineup. When you pair up all the metrics together, there's probably not enough separation. Like if you see 12-4 or 1,240, like if you want to make a decent lineup, you kind of have to look at, you know, the salaries and the metrics here versus kind of the salaries and metrics down here.
So like, in order to make a Rory lineup work, we probably have to grab someone from down here. So let's say like, you know what? We're gonna boost up. I just saw someone I wanted boosted. Let's say we have Poston or Putnam here, 966. It's pretty good. 966 plus like 1240. Well, we could also pair up, you know, actually, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I'd have to be really specific with all of it, but I imagine it has everything to do. So if I were to bump him up to like 1440. Oh, I should say this. It most likely is not going to put Smith and Rory together. If we were to do it by itself, maybe it would select Rory. But anyways, this lineup here is not terrible. Do we already have a Taylor Moore? Yeah, we saved the last one. Do I like this one more than that one? I think I do. I like this one. Well, the other one has Cantley in it, so it's a little bit different. This has two 8K golfers. I don't mind that. Sure. But yeah, I guess I just realized that it's not going to pick Rory in the last iterations of lineups we created. So this one is for Ian. He wants Cam Smith and Fleetwood. Because Cam Smith is 10,000, we're not going to pick another 10K golfer. And Joanne wanted, I forget already. Who was it? Jordan L. Smith and Connors. That was probably the only time where we would have maybe got a Rory. But yeah, with those two golfers, it's possible that with all the buckets, it just didn't work out. All right, let's build two more for Ian. Do we have any other lineups in there? Any other golfers that you want to see lineups built around? Smith, Fleetwood, Finau, Rose, Henley, Tom, Hoagie. Haven't seen a lot of Hoagie, so that's interesting. We are seeing Finau, Rose, and Henley a lot. Ian, do you want me to kick anyone out here? Let me know. Oh, I see some emails that just came in. Chris, I see you. I'm sending you the optimizer right now. Henley and Rose out. Okay. Here's a different one. Smith, Fleetwood, Finau, Thigala, McCarthy, Davis, Riley. Let me build one more and see what happens. Look at that. Jordan L. Smith just shows up. Didn't even have to force him in there. Smith, Fleetwood, Finau, Thigala. Did we just do this one? Seems very similar. Tom Kim, Thomas Peters, and Emiliano Grillo. I'm down with that. Thomas Peters, sign me up, man. I got no issue playing Thomas Peters. I don't like to see that much Grillo. So if I was like running this for myself, if I saw Grillo show up and I already built a lineup with Grillo in it, I'd probably instead bring back Peters. So this is what I would do. Go down to $7,100 where Peters is. You can see him right there. Let's kick him out. And then we want to find Emiliano Grillo and just say no to him. And by the way, I didn't mean to kick out Peters. Let's remove the lock on him. So we can run it again. And maybe Peters shows up with another 6K golfer. He doesn't, but he shows up with a 7K golfer, which I don't mind whatsoever. Yeah, I kind of gave you my thoughts on Peters. I do like Peters this week. He's a 7K golfer. I probably won't, you know, own him or roster him more than like 10, 12%. We'll just keep it around there. I'm not going to get too overweight on him, but he's definitely a wild card that Obviously, I mean, I think he's one of those guys that has enough talent to finish inside the top 10. So you definitely boost your lineup, but he's very temperamental. He's very volatile. His game is not trustworthy. So basically, he's just, like I said, a wild card. But I do like Peters, and I do like this lineup minus Neiman. I'm probably not. Yeah, so let's take out Neiman and maybe we bring back Peters just to see if he shows up one more time. If anybody wants lineups built, give me 2 to 4 golfers to build lineups around. So the answer would be no, but we actually invite 2 10K golfers. Interesting. KH Lee, okay. Matsuyama shows up for the first time. Cam Smith, Fleetwood, Matsuyama, Thigala, McCarthy, KH Lee. I don't mind that. AJ goes, I like Nick Taylor this week. Anyone else? I don't know. I mean, no, I very lukewarm, or I should say very neutral on Nick Taylor. I don't dislike him. I don't like him. I'll play him, but it'd be limited. What's his price tag? Cam Smith, Fleetwood, Matsuyama, Thigala, McCarthy, and KH Lee. I don't mind that. Like, I kind of want to get to KH Lee, but then I also don't want to depend on him either. All right, we get another Peters lineup here with Harmon, McCarthy, Finau, Fleetwood, Cam Smith. All right. I think that covers those lineups. Once again, if you want some lineups built, give me 2 to 4 golfers that you'd like to see. How about this? Let's see what our top Rory lineups look like. Taylor 71. Yeah, I don't know. 71 seems a bit like too high. I know he just won recently, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, so I see Joanne just gave me McIlroy and Morikawa. We can certainly do that. He was 19th last week. That's pretty good, now that I think of it. Yeah, I could get around to that. Morikawa and McIlroy. I like this combo, Joanne. I like that one a lot. McIlroy, Morikawa, Scott, Neiman once again, Brendan Todd, Taylor Moore. Okay. Do you like Neiman, Joanne? Let me know. I can reverse this, but I'm going to kick him out. He's a really good value at his price tag, and that's why he's going to show up a lot. I'm sure we're also going to see Thigala here pretty shortly, or pretty soon. Here we go. I don't mind something like this. McIlroy, Morikawa, Kim, McCarthy, Grillo, and Putnam. I don't mind that at all. Let's see. I want to double check something. So sometimes what I like to do is go look at the last few years and just see, like, what's a trend that we can kind of rule out. So let's say, you know, this is the Open Championship. I want a European golfer, like a no-namer that's a European golfer in here. So when you look at like top 10 finishes, do we have a no-namer here? I don't think so. First one we have would be 11th place, and that's Dean Burmester, but he wasn't quote-unquote European. He's South African. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Not going to try. But here you go with Anthony Quayle. I don't think anyone really thought about playing Anthony Quayle last year. But yeah, those are kind of your only... Like, this guy and Quayle are your, in 2022, your different names there. When we look throughout this, I believe Fratelli had won the John Deere Class. Nope, never mind. He had missed the cut, the John Deere Classic. So we could say Fratelli is interesting, but he's a South African. Mac Hughes, Canadian on the PGA Tour. Robert Mack, he was already in the match play. So already inside the top 10, we don't see anybody like different, you know, like Let's say like a Matthew Southgate or anyone else like that. You know, even like our $6,700 golfer here is Emiliano Grillo. I guess Marcel Siem. There we go. That's our first guy. 15th place. It's decent. It's not GPP winning decent. Go to 2019. Do we see anything here? Bobby Mack, once again, low price guy. Tom Lewis, another low price guy, but I'm pretty sure he was in the match play that year as well. So we already knew of him. Same with Lucas Bjerregaard. I think the only person that would be just out of the ordinary would be Sang Hyun Park. 2018, do we have anybody that's out of... No. You see all these 7Ks, there's like no 6K golfers. That's 2018, 2017. Hao Tong would have been different, but he's from China. There's our guy, Matthew Southgate, oh, we just talked about. So there we go. Okay, we had 2 instances here, 3 instances with Chan Kim. So there are 3 just, and Austin Connolly, there's 4. 4 random 6K golfers that finished inside the top 10. Do we have anyone that's like just odd? I you know, like Soren, to me, I remember playing him in the Masters a few times. I don't think he was out of the, you know, I guess Matthew Southgate would have been once again. I don't think Andy Sullivan at that time was kind of a out there guy. Andrew Johnston, maybe. Yeah, we're not seeing a lot of just random 6K golfers, random like no-namers. So when we kind of, you know, look at some of these guys that are in the 6K range that are names, we see names more than we see no names. So like an Adrian Otegi, he could. Takumi Kanaya, probably not. Probably not Pablo Larrazabal. Tristan Lawrence, there's your South African. Maybe that's our combination, you know, that's what we just saw. You want someone like Tristan Lawrence in your lineups. Maybe Yannick Paul, that could be our Marcel Siem. You know, these are known European golfers, but like what I'm getting at is even like a Ewan Ferguson. I know there's some love with him in the industry. It's a no-namer. Rikuyu Hoshina or Hoshino, butchered that one. That one, it's a no-namer. We've heard of these guys. We've heard of this guy. Even this one, Bio Kim, pretty much a no-namer. Awada, no. Aki, pretty much a no-namer. We have seen Siem. Anyways, I guess what I'm trying to get is we don't need to get cute. So something like this is perfect. I like that lineup. I don't want that much Grillo in it though. So if I was doing it over, I would probably replace the no with Grillo instead of Putnam, because I do like Putnam this week. Morikawa, McIlroy, Scott, Harmon, Todd, Hoagie. That's pretty solid. Okay, Thomas Dietrich. I don't mind going here, but there's Grillo again. I'd want to get rid of Grillo. Can't remember. Did Gabe give us a lineup that he wanted us to build? Can't remember if he did or if he didn't. Oh, no. He said he's taking the week off. That's right. Okay. There's another KH Lee lineup. I don't mind that. I added a new playlist. Let's play that.
It's amazing.
McIlroy, McCarthy, Siwoo Kim, Denny McCarthy, Harmon, and Grillo. Yeah, that's too many $7,300 golfers in a row. We know how I feel about that. McIlroy, Morikawa, Scott, Harmon, Bezadenhout. I don't think I'd go there. And then there's Grillo once again. Okay, let's remove Grillo. Anybody else have lineups they'd like me to build for them? I certainly can. McElroy, Morikawa, Scott, McCarthy, Harmon. Ooh, Ben Griffin. Interesting. I do not mind that. Barry goes, just got back to chat. Looks like Joanne and I see eye to eye this week. Joanne and I see, okay. Honors in Southgate. McElroy, Morikawa, Scott, McCarthy, Harmon, Wallace. Shalik Harden, that is true. You do have the optimizer. Did you get your golf balls, by the way? You did not get the $5 from me yet, but did you get your golf balls? Can you try Rory Hatton? The buckets seem to like them the best. Absolutely. This lineup here, I don't mind. I don't want to see that much like Harmon and McCarthy together. So let me go ahead and remove the Hobbit, as DGen75 likes to say. Connors is climbing the betting market. Well, that has a lot to do with like Pat Mayo, right? Because I mean, he just touting him all day today, all day yesterday, I should say, or in the videos that he put out. Ooh, speaking of Connors, look at this one: McElroy, Morikawa, Connors, McCarthy, McIntyre, Todd. Yeah, I'll do that one. Okay. I sent them last Friday, so I imagine they probably have gotten to you already. McElroy, Morikawa, Scott, Henley, Todd, Michael Kim. Michael Kim's different. Woodland Todd, we can. Jim, thanks for stopping by. Good luck to you as well. Hey, are you coming up next weekend? You doing the DFS Open with us Minnesotans? Yeah, anybody else that's interested, I'm teaming up with the Fantasy Golf Pod guys in Minneapolis. We're gonna go to the 3M Open next week, as well as play a little golf tournament Saturday morning. That way you can meet me, you can meet all of us if you are interested. If you're interested, send me an email, letting me know you're interested, and I can forward your information to Chad, who is the guy that's putting it all together. What? Chad said it was off? No way. Let me confirm. That's like super disappointing, honestly. AJ goes, I'm in Delaware. I really like McElroy, Morikawa, and Connors. Wonderful. Ooh, the lineup that's on. I don't like Zach Johnson. So oh, the event is off. Yeah, I guess no one signed up for it. Okay. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Just double checking. I probably should have put out that a while ago, to see if anyone was interested. This lineup on the screen right now, I like Victor Perez probably more than I like Keegan Bradley and Brendan Todd. So what I'm gonna do is actually find Victor Perez. Let's remove this. What did we see? Who was it? It was Brendan Todd. I'm gonna go no with him. I'm also gonna say no to Denny. Cause there's so much Denny that we've been seeing. So let's run this optimizer again. Shot like Harden, that's kind of something that I thought about last, like during the US Open. I don't think you can buy, like, it says buy a booster pack or pull one, right? Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You want to know what's a cheap thing for that? We'll get into Rainmakers here in a little bit, but the fact it says collect and climb your way inside the top 1,000 for franchise score, that's the overall leaderboard. So if you haven't been collecting for a while, they're asking you basically to put, like, I would imagine $200 to $300 to try to get yourself up in the top 1,000 just to get 150 bucks back, which isn't terrible, but the people that are already living inside the top 1,000 just kind of automatically get that 150 bucks, which, I mean, I'm not complaining because I've already done a lot of collecting this year. So that's interesting. Don't care for that one. AJ, we're going to do your lineups here shortly. I'm going to do 2 more here. Lee Hodges, I don't mind. But now we're seeing a lot of Benny Ann with Keegan. So we're probably going to have to change that up. Yeah, there's Scott. Ooh, Marcel Seam, our first 5K golfer. All right. Let's see. You said McElroy and Hatton. Yeah. Okay. So let's... You know what? Let's bring McIntyre back. I'll bring Grillo back. AJ, if you want me to bring some of these other guys back, like, I guess I'll bring Putnam back, but any of these other guys, if you want me to bring back, let me know. The ones that say no's, I can, but I'm gonna leave them as no's right now. Hopefully we can see a little bit different lineup builds. Same goes like right here. Harmon, McCarthy, any of those guys, even Joaquin Neiman. If you want me to bring those guys back, let me know. But I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep them kicked for now. Okay, Nathan Johnson. Yeah, okay. That's what I imagined too. Rory. Ooh. Yeah, I like this lineup. I don't. Okay, so Grillo. He's going to be a thorn in my side, and I bet you he's going to be in the optimal lineup, but because he keeps showing up with lineups that I like, I instantly think, no, it can't be Grillo. You know, I like Putnam more. So I'm going to kick Grillo out, and it's going to be Grillo that shows inside the optimal. That's how it works all the time, right? Superstitious. Okay. Sounds good, AJ. All right, this is different. I don't really like it, though. Kirk, Benny Ann. I'm probably going to kick Benny Ann out, too. How do you feel about that? Are you okay with kicking Benny Ann out? I think we're going to do it right meow. And I'm going to bring back Andrew Putnam once again for like the 15th time. Ooh, here's a different lineup. McElroy, Hatton, Connors, Thigala, Straka, Putnam. Yeah, okay. I mean, don't really see a lot of Straka so far. That's cool. I'm cool with this. Danny goes, I'm struggling getting the optimizer going on my end. Let me know what issues you have. I do have an intro tab that explains all of the information that you need to do in order to get it to work. So if you have any issues with this, so make sure that you have the full version of Microsoft Excel. This utilizes Solver. And be sure that you have the Solver add-in. File options add-ins Solver can be found under the active application add-ins. So this is where you can do all your troubleshooting, but if you do not have the full version of Microsoft Excel, you most likely can't use the optimizer. Yeah, but this should be able to fix any of the issues that you might have. And if you continue to have issues, we can troubleshoot it here on stream, because you're not going to be the only person that has these issues. I love this lineup. This lineup so far is my favorite lineup. McIlroy, Hatton, Scott, Henley, McIntyre, and Putnam. Okay, Poston, I don't mind, but I don't love. There we go. Love this lineup. Yeah, so the McIlroy Hatton lineups so far are providing some sexy lineups. Some very sexy lineups. Phil Mickelson? Who's playing Phil this week? McIlroy, Hatton, Scott, Henley, Mickelson, Putnam. Look at Putnam just showing up and not getting kicked out. Kind of like that. Who's playing Phil Mickelson? Anybody? Dude, I love these lineups. I mean, Putnam is showing up way too much. Way too much. But I also love it. Fox doesn't show up, most likely because his metrics aren't that good, because he's mostly a European golfer. I can bump him up, AJ, if you'd like me to. So we can give him a 100-point bonus, and I'm sure he'll show up here and there. Well, you say you like him, so I'll just give him that boost and we'll see if he shows up. Barry goes, I'll have a few Rory this week, but doesn't feel like 2019 again when Rory was supposed to win in Ireland. And he won on this course in 2014, and he won last week. Ugh. Yeah, I think like... So anything can happen at the Open. There isn't a for certain thing. I mean, Rory blasts the golf ball. But here's the thing when it comes to golfers who have, like weather is the great equalizer in a golf swing. There are golfers who need to play more controlled, need to do different types of golf swings in order to play the wind, play the elements. It seems as if, because Rory has a beautiful golf swing as it is, but when it comes to the irons into the green, when he knows that he needs to do a different type of golf swing to get a ball on the green, or he needs to run one up on the green, or he needs to hit one into the wind, those are actually where he excels. Whereas if you give him no wind whatsoever, me and Byron from Back Nine Bets, we talk about this all the time. Him and John Rahm, are high spin players, and it seems like they try to spin every single wedge as much as they possibly can, and it's like there are times it doesn't make any sense to spin a wedge the amount of distance that they do. So in something like wind or weather, I think Rory excels at it. I want to say Rahm could as well, but it just seems like the best courses for Rahm are firm greens that don't cause his ball to spin a lot, And when the weather isn't as like Torrey Pines to me is like a perfect, obviously it's a perfect golf course for Rahm. He can bash it around. He's got like no long golf courses where he doesn't have any wedges into the greens. Those are perfect golf courses for Rahm. And I don't know what it's going to look like for him this week, but I kind of don't like him when it's super windy. If it's going to be windy, I don't know. But this is a great lineup that's on the list or on the screen. Nick Taylor's getting the bump out before Putnam. How about this? Let's kick Putnam out. He's showing up way too many times. I do like the idea of putting Putnam in my lineups, but this is too much now. We've gone too far with Putnam. AJ, yeah, Nick Taylor. Something tells me I had to play this Taylor line. Yeah, you. Look at this lineup. Okay, so Henley's showing up too much for me, but I do like this one too. Hey, if we can put some random 5K guy, Richie Ramsey isn't a random guy. He's a known European golfer. I would put him in the Rafa Cabrera Bello from 2018, 2017 lineup where, you know, like that kind of came out of nowhere. But Russell Henley, to me, you're showing up a little too much, pal. It's interesting because he's 992 in the metric, and there's your guy Ryan Fox just a little bit above him. The reason that Henley's not, or the reason why Fox is not showing up, I bet has a lot to do with the buckets that he's in versus like Hatton and Rory McIlroy. But here we go. I say that, and Ryan Fox shows up right away. I don't mind a lineup. Ah, shoot. So, like, there's way too much volatility with this lineup. Way too much volatility. Keegan probably sucks at the Open. Verdict is still out. Sahith Theegala, this might not be the perfect golf course for him because of his driving accuracy issues. I do like Tristan Lawrence. I do not like Sahith Theegala. Do you like Sahith Theegala, AJ? Because we can keep it up here. But if not, I'm just going to remove it. And I'm going to get down to Tristan, and we'll go ahead and bring him back. There we go. Oh, Keegan shows up again, but I don't mind Antoine Rosner. Okay, we'll save this one. Keegan showing up enough where it's like, okay, how about this? Let's be okay with it. Okay. Do you want Keegan? Let me know if you want Keegan. I think I want to kick him out, but you can reverse that. I'll run some lineups here, but you can Uno Reverso that one. Here we go. This is what I want to see. Something like this. Because, like, is anyone really on Adam Schenk this week? Not saying that you should be, but this is a great lineup. We get to use Tristan Lawrence, our South African 6K golfer that seems to show up in more Open Championships than any other characteristic or whatever you want to call it. Demographic. There's our guy, Matthew Southgate. Yeah, I could do this one too. This one I actually feel kind of safe with. Anybody else have any lineup combos you'd like me to build with? I'm probably not getting to Jorge Campillo, but I don't mind having Harris English in there with Corey Connors. That seems pretty solid. Yeah, I don't know about Jorge. If that core 5 there, show up with another 5K golfer, no issue. Okay, kind of have the same thing with Adam Schenk with another Euro golfer. So if you didn't like the previous one, Joost Luiten is pretty good. David Micheluzzi. Is this 4 Australian golfers to go with a Northern Irishman and a Englishman? Isn't Scott's from Australia? Dave's from Australia. Oh, Ryan Fox is from New Zealand, right? And David Micheluzzi, is he also from New Zealand? I'm not sure. It's a very interesting. Very interesting. I'm reading one of the comments from Johnny Two Bets. He goes, I don't think it's a coincidence. I haven't caught your videos the last couple weeks and have without a doubt the worst 2 weeks of my PGA DFS career or history. We just like to create some rules that you need to follow, and it's all up to you and building your lineups the way you should build your lineups. But if you're not following the easy statistics, maybe that's the issue. This lineup is just gross enough that I can be for it. Kali Samuja? Sure. I don't mind this one. BP up Paul? What the heck does that mean? BP up Paul? I have no idea. But I am streaming, so the brain doesn't work super great if we ain't talking about golf. I'm not getting to Shibanka Sharma. It's not doing it. Okay. Yeah, I could do this lineup. McIlroy, Hatton, Reed, Fox, Riley, Willett. Sure. Bump up Yannick. Ah. Yeah, you were speaking code to me. Like I was like one of your bros and I was supposed to know what that meant. What was Yannick's price tag? There he is. Found him. Let's give him a 200-point bump. There you go. Ooh. Probably gonna stay away from Seamus Power. I don't know why he withdrew. I don't quite like it. I do want Peters back though. Can you run some Scotty Rahm lineups, please? Holy crap, dude. Yes, I can. Scotty Rahm lineups? Jeez. Here we go. There's our Adam Scott with Adam Schenk to go with two randos, Peters and Yannick. Got no issue with that. This combo between Rory and Hatton make things like they just create so many different interesting lineups. How many am I at right now? 12? It's like I could build like 8 more and put all 20 into a 20 max. Probably not going to get to Stewart Sink. Probably not. McIlroy, Hatton, Finau, Scott, Paul, and Hillier. Yeah, I can do that one too. Jeez. I'm actually okay if I do build 20 lineups this way. Like this is so I could do this one as well. Now Yannick is showing up a little too much, but if you wanted to see that, there you go. Let me do one more, and then I might kick out Finau just to see if we can. Okay. Huh. Ryan Fox, Harrington. Here, let's do the ultimate lineup for you. You said you like Fox. You said you like Paul, and you like Nick Taylor. Let's see if we break the optimizer. if we choose all these guys, and actually I'll just keep Yannick unchosen. Maybe it'll choose him. If not, we'll try to force it. We break it. Okay, so we can't have too much of a good thing. Well, there we go. Another. Ooh, yeah. So this one's different. I like this one because it's different. We'll save that one. All right. I want to keep building because we're almost at 20, but I also want to leave it there so we're not. All right. How about one more? And that'll turn into one more. And then that'll turn into one more, and then one more, and then one more. Yeah, I don't mind it, but it's not going to actually turn into one more. I'm done with it. AJ, I hope you found some good lineups there. I need to change Yannick Paul's score back down a little bit. Otherwise, he's going to be showing up way too much. 972. Yeah, he's got quite the boost. We'll give him like 872. That'd be fine. Actually, no, we'll keep him at 7. Barry, do you want Emiliano Grillo to show up? Because I'm thinking about crossing him out right now. Because he will show up, I imagine. Well, actually, no, you're going to need some of those guys. So we want Scheffler and Rahm. Probably need to get rid of the 9K requirement that I have here. But we'll see. Jim goes, sounds like I'm having a beer at the bar. Just one more. What's wrong with having a beer at the bar? No Grillo. Okay, yeah. We can change that. Are you watching this at a bar right now, Jim? I don't like that one. Yeah, he probably does. Alex Fitzpatrick. Wow. Not seeing any good ones so far. There's your boy, Matthew Southgate. Oh, yeah. Jim, I hear you. One more. Yep, no, one more. Yeah, no, I'm good. But yeah, we'll do one more. Well, there's your Southgate lineup. Would you like me to remove anyone from here and then bring back Southgate? Barry, we all know you. We know you want this. Let me know if you don't want Harmon, Kirk, or more. Maybe we can naturally get to Southgate again. I think this is going to be the last. Let's low. Okay. You still need to choose who to kick out of these three, though. Let's. He was like, you know what? I know who I am. I want Matthew Southgate. Don't like any of those three. Perfect. So Harmon, Kirk, and more. You got it. They're out of here. Question is, do you like any of these guys? Who do you want to kick out of Fox, Kim, and Griffin? If all three, we can do all three. If not, we can change it up. Yeah, well, Barry is crazy. We should actually do a Scotty Rory lineup just to prove the you know, top tier industry guys that you can build a lineup that way, because the bucket system, the sweet spot process won't let you do it. Most likely. Paging Barry. Barry, to the first floor, please. We need to know which golfers you would like removed from this lineup. Perfect. Okay. I also don't really care for them either. It was what? Fox, Siwoo, and Griffin. Siwoo, Ben, Griffin was what? 6,000? Do we like these guys? Herbert, Hoagie, and McCarthy. I think Herbert probably no, and probably no to Hoagie. Okay, so we'll say no to McCarthy. Do you like Woodland or Molinari? I probably say no to both of those guys as well. Charlie Carden. Barry is really trying to hope the optimizer selects the 6 golfers he's hoping to see. We know this to be true, right? Francesco. Molinari. We ain't doing no Molinari. Molinari. Yeah, it's set up to be able to pick 2 6Ks. I mean, technically it is picking 2 6Ks right now. So it's more of probably a salary constraint. So, I mean, I have it only selecting one 7K and one 10K, but we already have 2 10Ks in there. So it automatically is going to pick a 7K, but we do have it open to select 2 6Ks. Would you like me to open it up to select 3 6Ks? Because maybe then we get a 2 10s, an 8, and 3 6s. I'm going to just go ahead and say you don't like Abe Answer or Benny Ann. You might like the Korean Cowboy. We'll see. Actually, you might like Byung Hanan. You might. Okay. And then it breaks. Then it breaks. How about this? Let's do 3. Well, if we did 3 7, yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. If we did 3 6Ks, I have a feeling Let's see. Can I update this? Maybe we can. You do like On. Okay. Well, let's bring On back in. He might be the glue that helps you build lineups. I'm guessing there's a bucket that we want to select. Okay, no, that doesn't help. We had a good run. We tried. We tried. Can we do one without Rom and instead Rory? We can. Neiman, Southgate, Straka, and Fisher to go with Scotty and Rory. John Daly. Who would have ever thought we were going to have John Daly grace us with his presence? Who knew? This one ain't terrible. Power, Straka, Seam, Southgate. Again, probably not with Shamo. All right. I think, I mean, I will build more lineups. I'm gonna get into Rainmakers right now. We're gonna do some crafting because we do get a benefit from that if we go to the promos, scroll down to the scramble, and notice craft and burn. I've already done a core. I have yet to do a rare. I was hoping to do the Hoylake, and I have yet to do an elite. I've got tokens for both, so let's do it. Craft and burn. Rare craft. Now this stinks because it's like I wish I would have had the Hoylake thing. That's fine. All right, so we need to find some cheap golfers to add. Actually, let's see. Which ones did I craft that I don't care for? Neesmith. Do I just go in and buy some crappy cards? I think that's probably what I need to do, right? Actually, I don't think Piercy's going to do Jack Diddley. I kind of like Ramey. Who was that last guy I just mentioned? I'm sure once we get there, I'll just be like, yep, we're doing it. Could use Cam Champ. Kind of like the idea of him. Or like 3M Open. Don't care for Bo Hosler. But he could do something. Neesmith or Hosler? Who are we gonna put in here? Neesmith or Hosler? Those are the guys that I'm gonna choose to craft. I'll give it up to you. Who are we gonna do? Neesmith or Hosler? I think we're just gonna go ahead and do. Did I already have Neesmith in there? What happened? Oh, I selected some. Okay, now I got Pierre Malnati. There we go. Yep, permanently burn. Who do we get? Gross. Robert Streb. Well, guess what we're gonna use in our elite craft and burn? Robert Streb. There's no way that the elites are also sold out. There's no way, right? Come on. You're not seeing all of them? I don't care about inactives. I'm not doing those. Are you kidding me? Sold out. Unbelievable. Dude, tonight is just not my night. I have an elite crafting token and all of the oh my god. I don't think I can even do this. 225? Zalatoris. That's it. That ain't happening. I don't think I even oh my god. Do I care about the tokens that much? Who can I get from group 3? Does anyone even remember? Group 3 or 4? I don't think I can get a single like decent golfer out of group 3 or 4. God, what a nightmare. Well, this is really interesting, by the way. Group 3, all golfers not already in prior tiers. So, golfers that qualify for the Tour Championship by placing 30th or better. Golfers not prior, but qualify for the BMW Championship. That was the tournament right before the Tour Championship. And okay. Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna do a unbelievable, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna do a craft session for the elites. It's one of those things that I should have done. I should have done before even jumping on. Now I know. I'll remember for next year. Let's see here. So group 3 is what? 75 and greater. So we can get Lee Hodges. I shouldn't click on these. Brendan Todd, Gary Woodland, Bo Hauser, Lonto, Brennan Wu, Neesmith, Ramey, Long, Fratelli, Palmer, Lipsky, Shank, Berger. Who from this list is any good? Nobody. Yeah, I mean, Jason Day is like the only dude. Dude, I am not. There's no way I'm spending $200 on trying to get myself $7 out of 75. I get it. I understand why Will Zalatoris would be that expensive. 225 as low as 450. I understand. Unbelievable. Oh my god, dude. I don't know. I didn't even imagine this happening. Unbelievable. All right, well, what are we going to talk about? Oh, I'll figure this out. I'll do something elsewhere. Unbelievable. 225. Genesis. Top offer 20 cents. That's hilarious. $7/18/2023. Scotty Rory lineups? Sure, we can do that. Scotty Rory. Okay, so everything is cleared out. Let's see who the first two dudes are. Scheffler, Rory, Woodland, Kirk, Griffin, Fitzpatrick. Scheffler, McIlroy, Harmon, Kirk, Campillo, Southgate. So there's our Southgate guy, but I don't want Harmon or Kirk. I mean, I probably don't want Kirk. I mean, I don't mind playing Harmon, but I don't want Chris Kirk. Don't care for this one. Don't care for that one. 225. The reason why it's 225 is because those people know that that is the last elite crafting thing you can do. So people probably would spend money for it. I think it's a bit overblown. McIlroy, Harmon. Well, also, you know, like you get the choice of anybody, not so much the choice. There's probably a better you probably have better odds to get like a Scotty Scheffler or a Rory McIlroy or something like that. Like literally, that's probably your I wonder. So it's inactive 1? Is it 1 or 2? What is an active group 1 or 2? I'm not a huge fan of the 1 or 2 because 1 or 2 is top 75. If it was just like top 1, it's doable. It's like you got to kind of think here. It's going to be top 75. That's what group 1 and 2, or top 50, I should say. I think it's top 50. So like you've got these guys right here. Which are all decent. I mean, like I wouldn't want a Tom Hoagie. I wouldn't want a JT Poston. Or a Brian Harmon. Or a Billy Horschel. Oof. H. Lee I would not want. Or Scott Stallings. Didn't see he was 28th. Jeez. Or even an Aaron Wise. That'd be a bummer. Yeah, so even group 1 or 2, I mean, there's some duds in there. You get like what, 15,000 DK points for doing the elite crafting thing. That equates to like $15, I think. Something similar to that. I mean, maybe it's a little bit more. So these Rory Scheffler lineups aren't looking so hot. Lots of Brian Harmons. You know, I won't lie. I was like kind of excited. I should have crafted an elite thing and just held it, and then we could open the pack together. But I was thinking like this would be a good time to do it, especially if we could clip it. Yeah, these lineups are no bueno. Why is it just 17K? I suppose it has to be, right? Hmm. AJ goes, Harmon is playing great, but I think your average soccer mom is going to pick him, so I think he's going to be mega chalk. That's fair. So I don't understand. Okay, actually, I do understand why it's picking two 7Ks because, okay. Let's give the option to select 3 6Ks. And we might see some more 8Ks now in here with 3 6Ks. Or higher 7Ks, I should say. Yeah, there we go. Are there any other lineup combos that people want to see? Or if you want to talk Rainmakers, any questions on Rainmakers? We can certainly talk about any of that stuff if you'd like. These Scheffler McIlroy lineups are not looking good at all. Like, this is the best one, but this is also not good. I don't think they play DFS golf. I'd be extremely surprised if they did. Hell, I'd probably even date one. That'd be cool. If they play DFS golf, but I doubt it. This lineup is okay. None of these have been, like, superb. They've all been pretty so-so. Yikes. Yeah, these, okay, I think this is it. This will be the last. This is the last lineup. It's not terrible, but it's also not good. Okay, so here's one little final piece that I'll provide if we have no other combos. What I think I'm gonna do is the same thing I did for the Genesis Scottish Open. I didn't share this. Basically, what I'm gonna do is select Scotty Scheffler at least once. Maybe we'll build a couple lineups. But what I'll do is I'll include him with every 9K golfer that there is, and probably just do it once, which is kind of crazy. How many 9Ks do we have? 10. So basically that'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 lineups. Maybe I'll rethink that. Basically, what I was going to do was similar to what I did in the beginning of the year, where I had a little bit more success, where I was mixing and matching 10Ks and 9Ks. Like just trying to create one combo of a 10 9K at least once for every 10 9K combo that there are. But I mean, I guess we can't do that for some of these. I think. Maybe not. Yeah, I think we can combine. Yeah, there's no restrictions. Because there's no one in the 9K that's paired up with anyone in the 10K. Oh, never mind. That's a lie. Fleetwood. He's the only one. And he's paired up with Scheffler. So that's the only thing that would be holding me back. I couldn't pair. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to make some stands. I think Cam Smith I'm not playing. I also think I'm not playing Jordan Spieth. It's what did I say? It's Rory or Scotty? Were those the two that... Those two, and then Xander's actually another close one that I like. Brandon Robinson Thompson, I know. Nathan Johnson says, a little late, but have you done any Ricky lineups tonight? Maybe Rory Ricky? Sure, I can do Rory Ricky. But no, we have not done any Rory Ricky lineups. AJ goes, my girlfriend plays. She always gets super excited to tell me her lineups, and I'm always like, that's not good. Does she do better than you, though? Because that's like the beginner's luck thing with all of this. McElroy, Fowler, Scott, Woodland. That's not terrible. Todd and Grillo. I mean, I've seen worse tonight. That's not terrible. We're going to see a lot of Grillo and a lot of Todd before I kick him out. Thomas Dietrich. McElroy, Fowler, Neiman, Harmon, and Dietrich. I like that. Grillo and Putnam, and this is where I go down and kick out Grillo and bring back Putnam. And while we're at it, let's just kick out Harmon. Actually, we'll keep Harmon in. We might see some good lineups. Neiman's probably the guy I don't want to see that much. Wouldn't it be crazy if like Neiman wins the Open, having two live golfers win the Open that are not from America? McElroy, Fowler, Scott, Henley, Todd, KH Lee. It's close. I like all of them but KH Lee. I also don't really like Todd that much. Don't care for that one. Dude, Charlotte Harden, I am so disappointed that I could not do an elite crafting. That is so annoying. Okay, AJ. That's good. All right. I think we need to remove... I mean, Henley's showing up a bunch. I don't know what to make of that. I don't mind it. Like, I don't hate it. I like it, actually. Hey, it's just my bias for it. Yeah, I don't mind DJ. What is this? What do I have him ranked? So his metric isn't terrible. Like Hatton's metric is way better than anyone else around him, and DJ's what, $200 cheaper than Hatton. So that's why the optimizer isn't selecting him. But, and we also have been anchoring around different 9K golfers, so we're not, you know, wouldn't be selecting a bunch of them. Or yeah, we wouldn't be selecting more than one 9K golfer. Go with the 10Ks that we've been anchoring around. Keegan Siwoo, I don't care for that one. So like a lot of the times, like shot like Harden, what I would do with my optimizer is kind of just build through these and not save anything. And then once it starts showing lineups like this, which I hate seeing two $7,300 $300 guys to go with someone like this, but I would say I would start saving it here. I think this is where the optimizer will start finding a little bit more variance, which will give us a little bit more, like more unique lineup builds. Yeah, I don't like the idea of putting those 3 7K golfers together. I also might just do away with AM PM, by the way, and we could create this another group. We could create another group out of the AM PM. So you could select everyone as PMs except for like a group of golfers that you want it to select. So like, for instance, just change everything to PM. And let's say, you know, we like Ryan Fox, we like Denny McCarthy, and say we want Minwoo Lee in our lineups. We would switch these all to AMs while everyone else is PM, and then just say we want to select at least 2 AM golfers. And then that way you can have another like core of golfers to select from, and the optimizer will make sure that you select them. So if you don't care about the AM PM stuff, I mean, right now I have it set at 6, so I'm pretty much telling you right now, I don't care about it. If that's the case, then you just do away with the AM PM column. Just make sure, because you need to have at least AM or PM in here. So if you want to create a core, just put the AMs or however you want to do it. That's how you can make it happen, make it work that way. Yeah, so I like something like this. We've seen these lineups already. We've seen like Connors, Bradley, Perez, and Moore together. I like Victor Perez. I don't like Moore that much. Can you... How to get the optimizer? If you want the optimizer, I mean, I already know that you're subscribed to the channel. You're already commenting. So you just email me at SweetSpotDFS@gmail.com and I'll send you the optimizer. That's it. Yeah, so I like this lineup a lot. I kind of want to remove Henley. And go back to Thriston and keep him available. Here's an interesting one. I mean, we replace Henley with Fox. I don't really care for that. I'd rather say no to Fox. Again, keep Thriston available. Of course, yeah, okay. I don't mind this. Is there anyone in the 7K range that's $7,400 or cheaper that I guess I wouldn't mind seeing English there, or even Denny, but obviously Denny isn't showing up. I hate keep going back down to the 6,200 range and you know, doing this, but let's just see. Ooh, Bobby Mack. Keegan Bradley, I don't really care. Okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be that for those lineups. I'd say this. I'll do a couple more lineups if someone has a combo. Otherwise, I think we're going to call it a night. Or if anyone has questions about Rainmakers. There's a lot of promos going on right now. You can get yourself some free money just by doing a lot of the promos they have. You can also get yourself some free booster packs. It's a lot of different ways. So again, you just go to the big scramble that they have here. You can see spend $20 more in the secondary marketplace. You get 2 PGA Tour booster packs, which kind of go down with purchase or pull out of a booster pack. So you could get your booster packs right here by spending 20 bucks. And if you do this, you'll get $250 in DK cash for each required car of rarity tier. So that's wait, hold on. PGA Tour achievement booster packs are excluded from the promotion. So maybe is that what these are? So maybe not. Maybe you got to buy them. Should be unfortunate. $20 here. I don't know how much like Adam Scott is worth nowadays, but I think Francesco Molinari is the cheapest priced guy, but you probably don't want to spend I think it's like $14 just to get a Francesco, like a rare Francesco. Probably don't want to do that. Might be a little bit too expensive now. So the Rory, so purchase or pull a Rory McIlroy, Sky Scheffler, or John Rahm from, this would be your conditional, has to be a from PGA Tour booster pack. And you got to open it between July 17th and July 23rd. So July 17th was yesterday. We still have a few days till the 23rd, but yeah, I guess this, again, this is so weird how they word it. I understand your confusion. The purchase or pull. $50 for each required car of the core rarity tier and $250 cash for each required car for the rare rarity tier. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess it is the or would be like, this would just be the conditional right here. It's purchase or pull that. I don't know. Someone can give us someone can be a I don't know how much is. I mean, you get $50 just for buying a McIlroy. Oh, is this a purchase? No, that still doesn't make any sense. Yeah, see, that's what Nathan just said is exactly what I was just about to say. Purchase or pull a McIlroy, Scotty, or John Rahm from a PGA booster pack. So purchase a card that was pulled from a booster pack. And you would know. How would you know? Does it give you any more information of when this card was pulled? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. Yeah, Charlotte Cardin, I agree. It's free money if you can just go and buy one. I absolutely, yeah, I agree. I don't know. How would you know? There's like no other information on here. It doesn't say when it was pulled. I don't know, guys. No idea. Purchase or pull a Rory McIlroy, Sky Scheffler, or John Rahm from PGA Tour booster pack that was open between July 17th. Yeah, I how would you know that? Because I agree with what Nathan said. Purchase any of these guys that were pulled from a PGA pack open between these dates. That's what it looks like. Where in the hell is that information? Or am I just interpreting it wrong? That's what Nathan and I think, Shot. For whatever, I think that's what we're thinking. Oh, Nathan goes, I think you track the received in that activity thread you were just on, and then write the number down and see if you can find the listing. So this was obviously listed today. Someone put $85 for this card. Oh my god. Oh, it's this dude. Never mind. Lovely. For sale, $361 for his rare. I didn't know you could go look at other people's portfolios. I guess that makes sense. Is this also how you offer? Make a... Oh, you can make global offers for cards? Really? Things that you learn. Okay. Weird. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. This does seem like you have to understand the shop golfers. There it is. Maybe you're right, dude. Okay, so the reason why... Okay, hold on. So, like... This... So this didn't have enter contest before. I think this has shop golfers. Or... See, I'm already in the contest, though. It would show you the golfers that you need in order to do this. Like, I think it says shop golfers. So the fact that when you click on this, it just, because this is what it did for that international thing. It put the 3 golfers that you need right here. Get $50 of cash for each required car of the core rarity. Normally, if you click this button, it will give you cards that fit the criteria that you're looking for. Yeah, it doesn't tell you like when they were purchased over here. I agree. I do think it's very deceptive. I don't know. I have no idea. This is one of those things that if you were to spend that money on getting those cards and it didn't pan out, how pissed off you would be. I'd be pissed off. Again, like, have you guys already done the international thing? I already did it. This one right here. Have any of you guys did this? If not, what does this button say for you? Does it say enter contest or does it say shop golfers? Like, I already did this one, so I can't get back to that page. It's so crazy. Oh man, don't know where I saw it. I thought there was. Is there a shop button that I'm not seeing? I don't know. I'm sorry for being non-talkative, trying to think my way through this. I remember I didn't have the cards I needed, so it sent me to the shop, and what it did is it provided a ton of, like, when you went to the shop, it had all, like, dude, it was crazy. Like, if I click on this one, you can see the 3 golfers here, but basically you could put any filter on here. Like, all the countries were chosen, all the, like, the different countries were chosen, and the major winner was chosen. I mean, I guess you could do that, the same thing here, but that allowed me to get in that contest. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up, is that brought me to this shop page, which had all of the criteria in here that would suit that tournament. Okay, yeah, and that's what I imagined. So I feel like Every card here works for that promo, despite what Nathan and I were talking about with it being a PGA booster pack. Okay, so I crafted a Rory McIlroy card yesterday. I wonder if that's going to be included, because I didn't purchase one. Oh, they probably have things that go with that, right? I don't know. Anyways. I'm also hesitant in doing this shot like Harden. Like, I could buy a Scotty Scheffler card and be pretty happy with it. No. I don't really want to buy one. Just want to see what the 218. Yeah, probably not. I think it was yesterday. I think my card for Rory was yesterday. But it was the 17th after midnight of the 17th. So, still would work. God, this still pisses me off. Looks like you could have chosen Tyrrell Hatton. That's good. Do I hold on to my token? Probably not, right? I don't even know how to sell a token. There you go. Take a little bit of a bump, I guess. Won't be using it. Maybe someone else can. Scotty, Clark, Hatton, Lowry, Homa. That's pretty good, dude. Is that a core or is that a... Do I... It doesn't show. Does not show. Yeah. Okay, that's cool, AJ. Lame, dude, lame. Okay. Well, any other questions? Anything? Charlie Carden, I'm probably, I'll be considering, like, if I sell that token, I will most likely be buying a Scotty Scheffler card. Most likely. Because I want to see what happens. I will give it 15 seconds. Should be able to have you guys catch up. Okay. No questions, nothing. I think we'll call it a night. Glad I was able to build some labs for some people. AJ, I think you want the optimizer, so I'll send you the optimizer. Oh, all right. I think that's it then. So appreciate everyone watching. I guess we'll just hit the thank you here. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like on your way out. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.